If you're like me, you love time-lapse photography like that, and you love the boulders on Hallett Cove Beach. But how exactly did he do that? We're going to meet the bloke now and see how he has taken time-lapse photography to a new level. Have camera, will travel. That's the mantra of Nick Graalman. He's a young bloke who's making a name for himself in the very specialised art of time-lapse, and he's added his own trademark. He cuts a lonely figure dragging his gear across the pebbles at Hallett Cove. Camera tracks, modified tripod, camera dolly, a host of electronic timers and motors. They're his tools of choice as he scratches the itch he felt when he first picked up his dad's camera when he was just 15 years old.
I guess when I first started, it was pretty generic sort of stuff, and there was just a hunger there I just thought, oh, there's got to be more interesting ways to film either the same old thing, or there's got to be new subjects. There's more to this field that I wanted to explore, I guess.
And explore it he does with stunning results. I've got to say, you're the first photographer I've seen to bring his own railway line, Nick. Nick teamed up with an engineer friend to come up with this custom-built, portable, motion-controlled camera system. It means the camera doesn't need to remain static. Instead, it slowly creeps along the track in between shots.
What I'll set it up to do is take a photo and then move whatever increment I've set.
How much, for instance?
Roughly about 1 inch normally, depends on the subject.
A couple of centimetres?
Yeah.
That's
and then we'll take a photo, and then it'll move again and continue that process until I either program it to stop or just stop it manually.
It's a disturbingly simple idea, but it took a lot of trial and error to bring it all together. Nick uses 2 electronic timers, one to operate the camera, the other to operate the motor on the dolly platform he built to create the movement. So what's down here?
Okay, so we've got the stepper motor here, which is connected to the wheel, which will drive it across the tracks. And I'll connect that motor up to this controller, which will then, I'll be able to program. And
so what sort of speed are you used to doing with this camera?
Over an hour, it will go from one side of the tracks to the other.
So you're talking sort of 3 or 4 metres an hour.
That's right.
Not kilometres an hour.
No, that's right.
Just metres an hour. How many shots will you take over this 4 metres?
I reckon I'll set up to do about 300.
300 shots?
300 photos, yeah. And then put that together as video, which will make 12 seconds. 12 seconds of video.
It might seem like a lot of trouble for 12 seconds, but the result is truly spectacular. You've worked on some really sort of, in some ways, kind of central sites for the city.
Like Elder Park, for example, did a shot for Carols by Candlelight down there. There was another one looking down on Rundle Street from the car park, actually. I think I might have looked a bit dodgy because I was just like right in the corner of the car park waiting there for an hour. It just looks a bit suspicious.
There's no doubting Nick's got an eye for detail, but also for the unusual. When who else would see the potential in an electricity substation?
I think time-lapse for me was a really good way to see the world other than the way we experience it.
Freshen it up.
Yeah, and also it's just not like you can't just go out and see clouds sweeping over you, and it's something you can only appreciate in time-lapse, or even how nature grows and moves and is so alive. You can't really appreciate it in real time, in day-to-day life, like you can when you see it in the time-lapse.
So Nick Graalman takes the things that are around us and gives us a totally new way of looking at them. The traffic lights, the big electricity pylons, but also some parts of our state which we already knew were beautiful. Watch out for this guy. Nick is certainly making a name for himself. Check out his showreel at nickgraalman.com. He's also part of Quench Studios, a local video production company specialising in video, animation, time-lapse, screenwriting and short film. Go to quenchstudios.com.au.